Welcome back to another video lectures on Pandas series. Okay, so today we'll be looking at some functionalities of Pandas series. First of all, we'll learn how to access data from a series. Okay, so in the previous lecture, we have created a series with float data typed, whereby the data is this 5.0, 30.0 to 37.0, and the index are A, B, C, D, E, with the D type being float 64. So let's just check it one more time, make sure that we are working with the correct series. So let's say if I want to access the value with the index C, so how do I pull out this particular row? So what I can do is I put S square brackets and I pass in the index C. So if I run this, I will be able to pull out this value 25. So this works just like how a dictionary works. Okay, so we pass in an index, it will get back the data. So you might be thinking, what if I want to pull out multiple values from different index? You can do that by passing in a list of index. So we have a square brackets over here to specify that we are selecting the index, and then after that, inside the square brackets, we create another pair of square brackets. So inside here, we will pass in a E and maybe B. So we want all the values with the index A, index E, and index B. Shift enter, we'll get A, E, B in the order that we have passed in. A5 here, E37, same thing, and B13. We'll be able to pull out all the values based on the index that we pass in. Okay, so another functions of a series is that you can do Boolean comparison. For example, all these are float number, and float number, as you know, that you can do oops, what did I do? Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so Boolean comparison, for example, 5.0 larger than 10, so we'll get false because 5 is smaller than 10. So if you do this, we'll get true. So if you want to compare all the values of the series S, if you want to compare all the values of the series S with a particular value, what we can do is S is larger than 10. So this will work exactly like how you expect it to work for S series, because it performs like a vector, whereby it will use each of the value and compare with the number 10 over here, and the return type will be a series of Boolean value. So as you can see, the index A, the value is 5. 5 is smaller than 10, that's why you get false. For index B, the value is 13. 13 is larger than 10, that's why it returns true. And if we check the s.d type, this one should be s larger than 10 d type. Okay, so the d type will be bool, which stands for Boolean. So all of these values are Boolean. So why are we even doing this? We are doing this is because there is this concept in series called masking, which allows you to select a particular data from a series, which is very, very useful. So how do we do that? Let's say if we want to select, we have this series and we want to select all the values, that the index and values pair that has the values larger than 10. How do we do it? So we can do it by putting S square brackets, and inside these square brackets we'll be passing in a series of booleans. So what we do is S larger than 10. So as you know, S larger than 10, this thing here will return a Boolean series, and then the series S will take this Boolean series and select only the values that return true. Okay, so over here we would expect B, C, and E to return. Okay, shift enter. Here, as expected, we'll get B, C, and E, and all the values are larger than 10. Okay, so another useful functions for series is arithmetic operations. How does it work? It works like, if you have learned NumPy, it works exactly like NumPy because it's a vector. So we can do, here's S, right? Let's just create another series that's easier to work with. Okay, let's say I have a series of just number 1. Okay, and I create another S equals to pd.series. I pass in the data. Do I need, okay, maybe I pass in the index as well. Okay, if you don't know what I'm doing, you should probably watch my previous videos on the intro to series. So let me check. Okay, so I have created a new series whereby the index are A, B, C, D, E, and all the values is 1. So to perform the arithmetic operations on series, all you need to do is you take the series and do the operations. Let's say S plus 1. So what do you think it will work? Exactly like how you should expect. For each of the value in S, it will plus 1. Okay, here. So all the value in S, it will be plus 1. So 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1. So this arithmetic operation will be broadcasted to each of the value in the series. But take note that S plus 1, this will return a copy of S. So if we call S again, it's still 1 plus 1. We still all 1. So if you want to save this value, you need all you need to S equals S plus 1. And then if you call S again, it will be 2. Okay. So not only plus, you can also do S times 2, for example, times 2, and you get 4. So each value inside the series S will do a product operation. Okay. Okay. So what if I have S2 equals S times 2, and now we have S equals to 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and then S2 equals to 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Okay. So another thing that series can do is that you can plus two series together. For example, S plus S2. Okay, so S is O2, S2 is O4. So it works like a vector. So it will plus together based on the index. For example, index A will plus with index A. So 2 plus 4 will be 6. 2 plus 4, 6. So we should get, what do you think we should get? We get O6. That's right. Okay, so that is an introduction to arithmetic operations in series. Okay, what else do we have here? Okay, another way that we can check, a quick check that is quite useful in certain situations is we would want to see whether the series contains a specific index that we are looking for. So let's say we want to check whether S contains index C. We can do something very familiar to a lot of Python developer, C in S. So this will return true or false, whereby if the value C is in the index of the series S. Okay, this will return true. And let's say if we check G in S, then it will be false. We can check whether a value is in X. Okay, will be false. Remember that we are checking for the index inside S, not the values. If you want to check values, probably you should put dot values. They will be true again. Okay, so that's the end of today's lecture. Next lecture will be exploring more on series. Probably will be the last lecture on series. Thank you, and see you in the next lecture.